We're over here in the Paria area to go over and see if we can find the Paria ghost town.
Gonna see where they filmed a bunch of old cowboy western movies. The forecasted wind has arrived, so I don't know how much longer we're gonna last out here.
Heading into those dark clouds over there.
55-mile-an-hour gusts. We've camped in the wind and it's one of our least favorite things to do. Never had any issues, but the winds are so bad, it must have worked it loose.
We're on a reconnaissance mission trying to find the box.
Yesterday it was in the mid-70s and now it's 43 degrees. Yeah. And the low temperature gets down to 31. Yeah, it's Wind City. I think we're gonna have to just pull the plug on this adventure.
Hi, we're Eric and Jamie. Thanks for joining us on part 2 of our Escalante Grand Staircase adventure. The first half of our trip was nearly picture perfect, with comfortable temps, stunning scenery, and tasty food. Now we're heading to the Paria ghost town, and, as you'll soon see, things are about to take a dramatic turn. We're over here in the Paria area, and we're taking the hike to go over and see if we can find the Paria ghost town. There were a lot of people that said it's not here, but other sources say that there are some ruins if you hike across the river, so that's what we're going to attempt to do.
Just gonna see where they filmed a bunch of old cowboy western movies back in the 50s. I know my dad loved these movies, so it's a perfect environment for a western film.
Yeah, for real. Let's see if we can find a spot to cross. That's pretty muddy river. Shallower up there because you can see the rocks. Let's try that. Deep is it?
Not deep at all.
Oh, okay. Whew. Yeah, it's the rocks.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it gets deep right here. Gets deep.
It hurts to put your feet down on these
It
rocks.
hurts my feet. There's some big boulders and some small.
All right, we made it across the muddy Paria River. Now we're headed up there. There's some ruins I can see up there on the hillside from the old movie set. Looks like we're walking up on some old ruins. The village of Paria was wiped out back in the 1870s by a flood. There's nothing left of it. The forecasted wind has arrived. I think it's a day early, but yeah, this desert wind, it just sucks the moisture right out of your body. So I don't know how much longer we're gonna last out here in the desert. We'll see how it goes, but right now we're enjoying Paria Ghost Town, and hopefully we can get out of this wind soon. I bet the movie production crew put this pipe in. You can see that it had some scaffolding that ran up there, and I'm sure they probably drilled and brought water down.
It's interesting, none of the headstones have any names. They all look the same too, so I'm not sure if they're just memorials for each person. It seems like it. I'm not sure if they're actually buried here in these spots. There's points on top of each headstone. This goes underground. Looks like an old rusty stove over there, maybe. Looks like there's a vent at the bottom.
This has been standing here for a long time, almost 70 years. I think the Hollywood actors back in the day were filming in this location on site. It's this beautiful, beautiful area.
Let's walk back here and see what's out the back door. So either a second room or like a little terrace. It's all outlined with rock. Could have been a terrace, I guess. I don't know what they would have used it for.
Sharp little rocks hurt.
Owie. Yeah, they are sharp little rocks. Owie. Yeah, a little painful, but we did it. Even though these old buildings were actually part of a movie set, there were actually people that lived here back in the 1860s. They grazed cattle and they had farms. Unfortunately, their dreams were all shattered when a big flash flood came tearing through and completely demolished the town. Then later, Hollywood came in and built some replicas and had their movie set here. And unfortunately, that was also destroyed by flash flood. So the trail trivia for you is, in its heyday, how many families were living in the Paria town area? Was it A, 26, B, 47, C, 53, or D, 13? On our way to find a campsite for the night, we ran across a fellow traveler in need and were more than happy to lend a helping hand. We've been helped out of our fair share of sticky situations, so we're always grateful when we can pay it forward. So sometimes you just gotta call it. We pulled into this awesome campsite with this cool rock and it's an awesome backdrop, and the wind is just howling.
55-mile-an-hour gusts. So we've been out in the desert long enough. We've camped in the wind, and it's one of our least favorite things to do. So
yeah, we spent many a desert camping trip in the wind, and it's relentless. So we're gonna call it.
We're gonna go into Page and get a hotel tonight, and then we'll see about tomorrow night camping. We've still got more exploring to do. So
see you in the morning.
Morning from Page, Arizona.
Turns out it was a good idea that we came into town and stayed in a hotel. The wind really picked up last night and it's been ferocious. It's been blowing really hard.
I don't think we would have been able to cook anything. The wind would have been impossible to cook. It was 50 to 60 mile an hour gusts, and it's still going strong today. So we'll see how far we get. We're gonna go back down the same trail, Cottonwood Road, on the Overland Trail Guide adventure route for the Grand Staircase. But if it's too windy, we'll probably have to come back another time. We'll see what happens, but it's still really, really windy today.
Okay, well, let's get this adventure started.
For those straps on that recovery board, we've never had an issue. I mean, they're locked down solid tight, but that crosswind just must have loosened the strap enough.
Okay, we're gonna jump out and grab them. Recovery board successfully recovered. I got trashed. No, look at it, it's destroyed. I watched it fall out of the car and just slide. Hey, good job, guys.
Yeah. The strap is still really tight. It just must have caught a gust. It's not moving. So our diesel heater exhaust vent, which is really lightweight, is in a box and it's strapped down. We've never had any issues, but the winds are so bad, it must have worked it loose. So we're heading back to see if we can find it.
We're on a reconnaissance mission trying to find the box. The gear. It's got some expensive gear in it. So we don't want to lose it if we don't have to, so we're trying to find it. Hopefully we can. Oh wow. We didn't find the box, but we found an old car, several cars that went down here. Look at that. An old tire. There's a bunch down there. They're all smashed. Some serious water. Look how deep that got. I can't believe it. I think we found it. I can't believe it. Here it is. We found it. There's the hose, all the stuff, the lid, and the box. Got it! All right, I think we got everything in. Can't believe we found it, salvaged it. Okay, let's go get in the car. Nice work, let's go.
Wow, thank you. Good save. Well, good save, Jamie and Tyler. That was, I don't know, that parts of those were for the remote, and the electrical cord for the diesel heater. It was a few $100s at least.
Ooh, makes it worth it. If it was a little inexpensive thing, we would have just called our losses, bought a new box. But with expensive equipment in there and electronics, you hate to see it just waste on the side of the road. So it was worth going after it, but we got it.
Yeah.
And all is well. We're back on the road.
It shows wind all day, no rain. Wind all day tomorrow too. Yeah, so we're not gonna camp in that. That's pretty bad. Yeah. And the low temperature gets down to 31, so
31 plus wind chill. Not a fun combination for camping.
No. I think we're gonna have to just pull the plug on this adventure, sadly.
So do we dare go to the arch or no? If the rain comes in, how much rain do you think it's gonna dump? Do you think it's gonna tear up the roads?
So if we don't go this way, we go around, it's 120 miles, so.
Okay, I guess we're gambling. I guess we're gamblers.
Well, the weather forecast says no rain, just wind. So.
Well, it's like dark and foreboding, but hopefully they don't drop any water on us. Pray for us. Pray for us that we make it. Despite the risks, taking this backcountry road will shave nearly an hour off our drive home. But it's a gamble, because if it rains, the roads can quickly turn to clay, becoming impassable and potentially leaving us stranded in the middle of nowhere. What's wrong, Yuki? Are you sad because we rolled up the window? You can't put your head out? Oh, that's so sad.
So the air temperature is showing 50, but with the wind chill, it drops it significantly.
Every moment that we spend out here reassures me we made the right choice last night to stay at a hotel, because this would have been miserable. If you've ever been in the desert in a windstorm, you know how rough it can be. It's just relentless. Not a fun way to camp, let's just say that. Heading into those dark clouds over there. I hope this wasn't a bad idea. That's where we would have camped last night.
This is called the Coxcomb Ridge. It's a monocline. Basically, the earth broke apart and went up like this, and it's the jagged edge of the earth is just pointing straight up.
So the side of the hill is what once was the top
flat,
of the hill.
Yeah.
So far, I'm really happy with our choice. This has been way more scenic and way better than going on the highway. And, you know, the weather's been holding. We had a few raindrops hit our windshield for a minute. We were a little nervous, but all in all, the weather's held and it's been really nice.
Yesterday it was in the mid-70s and now it's 43 degrees. So you never know what the spring desert will bring.
Yeah, you always have to be prepared to dress for all the seasons. Because one day it could be really hot and the next day it's winter.
So this is Grosvenor Arch. I don't know how you say it, but it's really pretty. Straight up. Utah's dry open landscapes create the ideal conditions for tumbleweeds to grow and spread. Did you know that tumbleweeds are not native to Utah or even the United States? So the trail trivia is this. Tumbleweeds were accidentally imported by farmers in the 1870s from what country? A, Ukraine, B, Australia, C, Egypt, or D, Greece? Yeah, it's Wind City.
Oh, look at the sand.
This is insane. Can you imagine trying to camp in this right now?
No, and it's so cold.
It's 40, yeah, low 40s.
Oh my gosh, look at the wind. Oh, tumbleweeds everywhere.
Looks like the gamble paid off. We made it. Super high winds, very cold temperatures, but
no rain.
Yeah, no rain, and it was an absolutely gorgeous drive. Cottonwood Road. It's just absolutely beautiful.
I can't wait to come back.
Signing out for now. Live life to the limit.
Bye, guys.